You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
What's up?
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
What was that, people? What's up?
Right?
That was funny back in the day.
It was.
I know.
That was what, the Pepsi commercial?
I think so. It was like
What is it?
continuously.
It was so
long situation.
crazy.
You never know who was involved. You
And
know?
then it,
Where's
and
out?
then it had to be like, who could do it the longest?
Right, that's what I was saying. Who can do it the longest? That's funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
Well,
So
welcome back,
hilarious.
people. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So glad to see you, ladies.
Yeah, we back here, child.
A mix of vacay and doing.
Girl, let me tell you, life, I can tell you, it is
You never know what you gonna get.
tough sometimes.
It really is like a box of chocolate,
It
right?
is. You don't
I'm
know.
telling you,
don't
like,
know what you
trying to
gonna get.
navigate this thing called life is
Yes.
rough. Some of
It's
these
rough.
days.
Yes,
It's
it
rough.
is.
It's rough, and you got to take your time off,
Yes.
Yes.
I'm telling
like
you.
we did.
It's like some of it is warranted time off, some of it is forced time off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That force part.
Yeah, that fourth part, exactly. I just want to say, well, I'll get into that. Let's get into weather and traffic,
Okay.
and then I'll get into that.
Okay.
Because, all right, so our weather today, when I was driving in, it was like 77, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing this time of morning. All right, so it's 77, ooh, humidity at 84.
That's
Lord
what
have
it
mercy.
is.
It's supposed to rain today. High is 87. It's going to rain. The highest percentage is about 33%, so not too bad. It'll be the typical Florida rain. Tomorrow, for all the Juneteenth events going on, there is no rain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was gonna rain this weekend.
No, Saturday is the only day with no rain, and then according to weather.com, and then there's rain every day. Like, you know, it's the typical summer rain. Summer rain.
Summer rain.
Yeah, I don't know the rest.
There.
So traffic was not too bad this morning. Somebody, granddaddy, was driving real slow though. I was like, "Sir, what are you doing? Can you get out my way?"
Girl, why I see a souped up gold Mercedes on, gotta be on 22. It was
Oh, that's a
ridiculous.
Florida car. That's a Florida boy
I was
car.
like, you know.
Gold
all
Mercedes
the-
That's
at
a
that.
I was
Florida boy
Right.
car.
I was
not
waiting
car.
to
Car.
ride car. I was waiting to ride by, and then the bass almost knocked me in another lane. So he didn't have his music up, so I
Not
was
the
like,
bass.
Right, that's a
You know how the
Florida boy
bass
car.
go.
And then it's early morning.
Oh yeah, he didn't have his bass on this
Okay, I'm
morning.
like early morning.
I was surprised. I just knew I was gonna ride next to him and it'd be like boom. Yeah.
So traffic is good, y'all. I-4 has a little delay, but nothing crazy. Typical I-4 traffic. So we good to go. So much has been happening. Juneteenth is an official federal holiday. Some people feel some sort of way.
I feel some sort of way. I'm not happy about it.
Some people feel some sort of way about it.
me.
So what's your
Yeah,
issue?
what's your...
Why we worry about some daggone federal holiday when we don't even want to teach it in school? Like, miss me with that.
Oh, well, you don't want to teach Juneteenth.
You don't
in
want
school.
to teach kids that there's slavery and that we didn't even know.
They don't teach slavery in school anymore? I
They
mean,
don't-
I haven't
they
been in
don't
school
wanna
in
get-
so long.
They don't
so.
want to. I mean, DeSantis just passed a thing saying they didn't want to teach Black history in school.
Wow.
You know, because they made up all kinds of
Depict
stuff.
slavery, they don't want to put that in.
1619 project, you know, some of that is harmful. Oh yeah, they totally said no. School board said no. But y'all worried about giving somebody a day off. How about police brutality? Well, how about we talk about some laws on the violence of Black people by police officers? How about pass some of that? Like, you giving me a day, how is that changing my life? What about reparations?
Well, you
But the thing
already know.
is, once again,
That's what I'm
Already
saying,
know.
y'all.
I feel
Already
like
know.
That's the
But
hokey dokey. Just give
they're
us something to shut
making
them up.
it but they're making it a holiday because it's something that Black people have been complaining about. That's the problem.
They're acknowledging
Like,
this day.
The only reason they're acknowledging the day is because black people have made a big deal about it not being a federal holiday. So I feel like, honestly, you just have to take the little wins because they would have never made it a holiday if nobody made a big deal about it. Like, you know, they could care less about Juneteenth being a holiday. And so somebody had to say something. So last year, when it wasn't a holiday, everybody was complaining.
Acknowledging this day.
And and some jobs did give people like a half day or something like that. So then I just feel like for us as black people, we're never satisfied, in my opinion.
Right.
I just feel like we demand this one thing and then we get it and then it's like, oh, but that's not good enough. I want this. I want that.
I
Like,
didn't demand to have it at federal holiday, so I'm not one of those people.
no, but you're not the only person who's like saying, "Oh, well, this, that, and the third. Oh, well, I don't think white people should be off on Juneteenth. I don't think this. I don't think that." It's like you got to take the good with the bad. At the end of the day, a small win is a small win. If you didn't want Juneteenth as a holiday, don't ask for it. Because white people don't benefit from Juneteenth being a holiday. They could care less. So at the end of the day, nobody had to acknowledge it, and if nobody acknowledged it, then we would still be having the same conversation.
We're still having the same
nobody
conversation 'cause they
wants
won't teach it in school.
nobody
So,
wants to have Juneteenth as a holiday, whatever. So I just feel like for us, we're never going to be satisfied with anything that happens in our country. Anytime we get something, there's some people there are some states or counties or cities who are also starting to get reparations. Like I feel like there's progress. Like if you have,
it's happening.
Things are happening. So people are acknowledging it, and I guess it's not happening fast enough or things like that. I mean, tying into what you're saying, even as far as like some states have gone as far as defunding the police. Some state no, it may not be at a federal level, but there's only certain things that the federal government can do, and states still have sovereignty when it comes to the laws in the state. So I feel like there are some states that are progressive. Florida is not. Florida is not one of those states.
And I don't think they ever will be.
Well, unless we become a blue state, but until then we won't. But I will say, in my personal opinion, from 2019 till now, even early 2020 to now, we're seeing progress. It may not be what we want, but at the end of the day, I feel like no one really has to do nothing. And so some of these big cities are like, your states, your Californias, your Minnesotas, some of those they're making strides. I have to give Minnesota a lot of kudos to what they've done since George Floyd.
Yeah. They have tried.
A lot of kudos in a very smart amount of time. So I think that we have to take the small wins and just keep pushing.
Yeah, I agree. Let's keep going.
You do a fine argument. I still don't agree, but fine argument. I like it. Miss Debate. I mean,
we've at a place where even we went from people not acknowledging Black Lives Matter at all to we got dang on witches and Amish people marching for Black Lives Matter. So, right, side by side, the whole world.
Right.
So, I feel like, yes, it's frustrating, but we're making progress when you look at the fact that Black Lives Matter, not necessarily the organization, but the movement started buzzing around 2012. Yeah. And it's finally starting to get some traction almost 10 years later. We're starting to make forward movement. Like, I remember when schools still didn't acknowledge MLK Day as a day off. Right. That was just 2010, 2011
because I took it off even when it wasn't a holiday yet. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So the fact that we're only 10 years out from that.
We seem like stuff was so far away.
Yes, we're making some progress. We've acknowledged Dr. King Day for how long, but everybody didn't get off.
Yeah, this is true.
And that was because I remember that win in college. Like the Black Student Union was fighting because the black schools had it off, but we didn't. Yeah. And I remember our last year, they was like, "Oh, we got MLK off. Like, that was like the biggest freaking thing ever. And now MLK is a huge deal every year. So I feel like this is that day. Back in whenever, 2010, 2011. Okay, what's going to happen next 10 years from now? I feel like Juneteenth is going to be a huge thing.
I think so too. Yeah.
You know, and so kids will know. Whether they learn in school or not,
Yeah, they're gonna see
they're
what it's
going to
about.
know
They're gonna
because
know.
you can't mention Juneteenth without mentioning slavery. So even if school don't want to talk about slavery, now Juneteenth becomes a celebration that we have within our own homes. So we can educate and talk to our children about it. I don't need the school to talk to my kids about that, about our history, because they're not going to tell it right.
Yeah, they're not going to tell it right.
They barely teach our kids right at this point. So, you know, I feel like we as black people also have to take ownership of how we tell our story. They can try to change it on the quote unquote educational level, but our story is only here in the true forms because of the oral tradition. You know, what is it? Black Wall Street only is finally getting its just due because of the oral tradition. It's not written anywhere. We as black people kept it alive. We kept pushing. So we have to take control of our own narrative.
This is true. That's what we do. You have to take control of it.
That's why I personally am in favor of homeschooling my kids. Because I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you're not gonna
y'all want to learn something? Oh, y'all, we talking about geography. We traveling. We going to these different countries.
Exactly. And I think that's a powerful tool right there. So if you just know where you came from, it's
And
a
she
powerful
said,
thing.
"You better preach, Paige."
Yeah.
She preaching
Well,
today,
all you
y'all.
guys know that it's our Black Music Appreciation Month. And and Power Plug has been putting out 30 days of Black appreciation. And I just want to just acknowledge how powerful we are as a people
Yeah,
and the
we
things
are
that
powerful.
we do.
Absolutely.
So check this out. In 1973, Gamble and Huff paved the way for disco. So we are like the creators of disco, guys.
Rock and roll.
Yes,
everything.
all of that.
Blues.
That's what I'm saying. These little bits of tea that's dropping in Power Plug. It says songwriters Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff created the style of dance music that combines slinky rhymes and lush orchestration. Their Philly soul, which became the foundation of music as disco. So yeah, man, we created a lot of things around here,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Wow. it's just
Elvis
wow.
only existed because of Little Richard.
Right.
Let's not sit here and play those games.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, all of these white artists became successful because of us. When you look at rock and roll, didn't start with white people. They changed it to what it is now. But we are the progenitors of music. And rhythm and sound and all of these things. Going back to Africa, there ain't no white people were not over here drumming,
No.
gum booting, nothing, none of those things.
And just to acknowledge that we were here first.
Exactly. Like, come on now.
Forgot that thing that that
Even the
continent
Native
spread
Americans.
apart, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
At one point, so we were already here, and we just gotta spread it.
Native Americans were out here dancing and doing this. White people weren't doing none of those things.
None.
Okay, none of it.
I say they
That's just
brought
the honesty.
disease and depression.
Right, dirtiness. Okay, I'm not trying to be funny when I say that,
Right,
but the
but
bubonic
for real.
plague, all you needed to do was wash.
This is for real.
Okay,
Yo,
This is for real.
so
I was gonna say the word.
at the end of the day, let's stop acting like we're not out here magical. We have created everything. I remember there's this YouTube video about black people taking back everything they've done for America. So they walk into these white people's house and they're like, oh, we'll take this. I mean, they just taking everything. And next thing you know, they start taking all of the towels and the blankets and everything. And they were like, what? They were like, cotton. Like, come on now. Like,
Exactly.
come on. Like, let's not play these games.
Cotton.
But that's the thing. We, as black people, have allowed people to dictate who we are. We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten how great we are. We have forgotten where we came from. It is up to us to continue the excellence. We are not defined by how white people think of us.
Yeah, not here. here to make you comfortable.
In any way, shape, or form. So, with that being said, we are in control of our own destiny, period. We have the power to make this whole world go round. All 42 million of us in the U.S. and however many of us is in the world, the billions in the world.
We gonna touch on how special the black woman is.
That's what I'm saying, girl.
Queen
Girl.
Queen.
We need our own money.
We think he walking around.
We need our own money.
We birthed the world.
The whole nation.
The whole thing.
We need
a month.
We need
a year.
We need the year of the black woman.
The year of the black woman.
That's what we need.
And we all should
words
walk
from my boy
around
Reno.
with
He's like the year of the black
crowns
woman.
every day.
Because this is the
Every
thing.
day.
This is the thing. I always say this, and this is just my truth. I find that I make white women nervous. I make white women feel very intimidated. It has been ever since I was very little. Young. Well, not young. Young.
Yeah.
That has been what it is. In the corporate world, I don't fare well in the corporate world because I intimidate white women. And I was sitting one day and I was so frustrated because I'm like, I'm tired of white tears controlling the situation, right? Every time there's an issue, I'm gonna cry and try to control the situation and do stuff like that. It's so frustrating.
Right.
It's so frustrating. And as I sat and I looked at the history of the black woman and the history of the white woman, white women only exist in the life that they do because of black women.
Yeah.
Because we fed their children. Like, to me, literally fed their children.
From our bosom.
Yes.
Literally raised their families,
raised
took
them,
care of the entire home.
They've
So to
always
me,
been intimidated by
my
it.
thing is your intimidation comes from your ancestors and their lack of usefulness. And I hate to say it that way, and I don't want to take it as I'm being racist or anything, but if you look at the history of the white woman, it's always been on the back of a black woman.
We weren't burning our bras or walking for the same reason.
No.
You were. You
No,
was,
no.
You was upset at your men.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. That's what I'm saying. And so for me, I think my feeling against white women comes from the fact that instead of being for us, because y'all were not treated that much better than us, y'all was probably one step above us. Instead of being in solidarity and trying to help and do something, you're making the situation worse.
Yeah.
So with that, y'all, we're going to take a break and we'll be back.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the U.S. nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her name, she said blah, blah, blah. She had 9-10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kind of strange. Because when I asked, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no I don't, I only have a friend. Come on, I'm not even going for it. This is what I'm going to sing. You got what I need, but you say he just a friend, and you say he just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need, but you say he just a friend, but you say he just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need, but you say he just a friend, but you say he's just a friend. So I took blah blah's word for it. At this time, I thought just having a friend couldn't be no crime. Cause I have friends, and that's a fact, like Agnes, Agatha, Jermaine, and Jack. Forget about that, let's go into the story about a girl named blah 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 that adore me. So we started talking, getting familiar, spending a lot of time so we can build a relationship or some understanding how it's gonna be in the future. We was planning, everything sounded so dandy and sweet. I had no idea I was in for a treat. After this was established, everything was cool. The tour was over and she went back to school. I called every day to see how she was doing. Every time that I called her, it seemed something was brewing. I called the room, I got picked up, and then I called again. I said, yo, who is that? Oh, he's just a friend. Don't give me that. Don't even give me that. Just bust this. You got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, and you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, but you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, but you say he's just a friend. So I came to her college on a surprise visit to see my girl that was so exquisite. It was a school day. I know she was there the first semester of the school year. I went to a gate to ask where was a dorm. This guy made me fill out a visitor's form. He told me where it was, and I was on my way to see my baby doll. I was happy to
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, y'all. We back. So, in continuing our conversation,
Yeah.
I always like to give a preface statement. So, I'm not saying any of these things to be mean. It's just the reality of the situation of how black women feel and how, we've had this, like, war or this unspoken dislike or competition or whatever you want to call it between white women. And in reality, they were not that much better than us in the hierarchy. And so they should have been trying to walk in solidarity with us and trying to help us overtake Massa. But instead, they tried to compete with us.
Their husband
It's
over here
just,
looking.
it's a threat, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
But then I have to also look at it from their perspective.
It's a threat.
If your husband is looking at a woman that is shaped differently from you and, he can't stay out the slave house and you in the big house, it's going to cause you to feel some sort of way.
That's right. It's your fault.
It's going to cause you to feel some sort of way, but at the end of the day, that's why you shouldn't be mad at me. Be mad at him because I don't want him in my bed either.
Hey.
But yet we've carried this war for how long? And so when I walk into a room, it makes you feel some sort of way. It is not me, boo, it's you.
Yep.
It's your own insecurity that you need to check because it's not me.
Yes.
Don't let my excellence make you feel bad. You get excellent too. Become excellent too. Don't compare yourself to me because you're going to lose every single time.
Right.
So with that being said, just be great. Just be your own type of greatness.
That's what you got to do.
Mind your business.
And we would get along so much better.
Your
Just
day
saying.
would go great, yeah.
That's the solution, in my opinion.
I think it's a great solution.
Because what are we mad for? Like,
I can't help you.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
and I hate that, when we talk about black girl magic and all these things, it's this feeling that they get. And it's like, but why celebrating me make you feel bad? It ain't even got nothing to do with you. That's like me walking in and talk about, oh, y'all, it's my birthday. And you mad. My birthday ain't got nothing to do with you.
No, not at all.
I'm celebrating my birthday. So what you mad for? Celebrate your birthday when it comes around.
Well, this
Right.
is very deep rooted, so
That's what I'm
Wow.
saying. It is. And I've seen it happen so many times. It's really sad.
Yeah,
It's really sad.
I agree.
So many black women have a very similar story about working in in corporate
yeah.
with white women.
This is true. Because I know, didn't Molly go through that from Insecure?
Yep.
Yeah. And she was just known as the angry black woman all the
Yeah.
time.
And nobody, and that's the frustrating part.
Yeah, we get labeled.
Yes.
So you have an opinion.
Can't. Yeah, I'm not. It's just like that whole thing with the tennis player. What's her name?
Naomi Osaka.
Naomi. Yeah, she's like, hey, I can't do this. I need to protect my mental. Oh, she has she's supposed to be this, and she's supposed.
Yeah, like she's throwing something away. She's protecting
Well, why
her
she
mental
can't
health.
protect herself? Why should she have to validate where she is in order for you to feel comfortable?
Listen, they will embrace Megan. If Megan break a nail,
girl. I don't understand, but that's what it is.
it'd have been a different response.
If she was white,
Yeah,
oh, she just needs time,
right.
but that you don't get the same. We don't get the same, right? So if we're having an opinion or we're trying to say something or come across like, hey, this is affecting me in a certain way, and then you make me feel like, oh, she's angry all the time. Right. That's like you put all the blame back on us when it really is you.
It's you. It's your own insecurity. It's so frustrating.
I know, it's ridiculous, actually. Ridiculous.
It's crazy. It is crazy, y'all. Oh, so since we're talking about women, so we can kind of transition a little bit. Well, we were talking about slavery too, so hey, it goes together. So, y'all know women are trying to get the song "Cater to You" canceled because they say it's a slavery song. This whole thing on Black Twitter, a Twitter user started the conversations about R&B singers who were doing way too much in regard to their men. A recent headline wrote about the topic. Black Twitter petitions to cancel Destiny Child's song "Cater to You" 17 years later because it's a slave song.
Talk about how we just take things too far.
Right, okay. And women are now bothered by the lyrics.
Get out of here.
And so Michelle Williams said, I just read that y'all want to cancel the song "Cater to You." Oh, honey, you didn't discern who you were catering to, and you gave your little pearls to swine. Don't be mad at Destiny's Child. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I know that's right.
But that's what I say.
Exactly.
Like, my thing is, if you listen to the words of the song, she said this man motivates her. He inspired her to be better.
So
he challenged her. All of these things. Boo! Let me rub your feet, okay?
Exactly.
Cook you some dinner, brush your hair, do everything, okay?
That's
because
right.
if you're inspiring me to be better, you're challenging me.
I bet the people that want to shut it down single as hell.
Yeah, and will be
Single as a single.
And will stay.
And we'll
Like, my thing is, y'all not listening to the words.
No, they
like,
not.
it's women like this feel these are the women who bring nothing to the table and feel like they should get everything. All their bills paid,
Right.
the car,
And do nothing.
taking on trips and doing nothing. And what do you bring to the table? So there's also this whole
Problem. What you bring
thing
to
on
the table.
TikTok. It's the high value man and the high value woman. What do you bring to the table? And so women go down this laundry list. Oh, I got a 6-figure job. I got a car. I got a house. I got this. I got that. And the high value man, a man who is, all the things we say, financially stable, spiritually, mentally, all these different things. He's like, that don't mean a can of beans to me.
No, because he could be.
Your 6-figure salary don't mean nothing. If you got a funky attitude,
Right.
Get out
it
my
means
face.
nothing.
Right.
You can have a best car, you can graduate from the best schools and all these things,
be an
but if you're not
ass.
bringing to the table, if that's all you're bringing to the table, you're never going to get anywhere. And I think that's why so many successful women are single, because it's like, oh, what do you bring to the table? And they talk about material things.
Always material.
It ain't about material. What about peace? What about mental stability?
Joy,
what about spirituality? What about legacy
Yes.
building?
Right.
Let's build together.
Right.
Not even financially building. We're talking about I have the ability to birth a whole new generation. Because you can lose your 6-figure job anytime. You can lose all of these things.
All those things.
Shouldn't define a man.
So
What he owns and what he got and where he all this, that, and the third. That doesn't mean anything if he
Because
has
that could be
no
all gone
integrity,
off of
if he has no
that, yeah.
character, if he has no, if he's not walking around here doing better and being better. What those things? Just gonna buy you a new bag, get you a new car? Okay, you still empty.
Right.
You still empty because you
Tell
got
me
things.
what you got to say. Like you want to say something.
I'm reading.
What you reading?
I'm just reading over here. You know, I'm just listening to y'all. You know,
Well, you got an opinion.
Well, I personally just think that I personally just think that more people should really listen to the words of the song from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. Like everybody has given the wrong love to somebody, but that don't mean that if you okay, I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be real straight up. If you get into a relationship or a marriage and you don't feel this way about your husband, oh honey, you picked wrong.
If something's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's on you. That's not on him.
Right.
but will you walk away?
That's on them. That's her decision.
Okay,
That's her decision. Because you're married now. That should have been something you did before you married him.
That's true. That's
Because if you didn't feel this way before, this is my thing. This song should be a marriage meter. Listen to the song even before he proposes. And then after he proposes and you done said yes, listen to it again. If you looking at the song sideways, girl, give that ring back to that man.
okay. I don't understand.
That's all I'm saying. Give that man that ring back.
You talking about cancel
And
the
stop wasting this
song.
man's times.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the person that said this, that put this out.
Oh, it was a big old thing
I was hearing it, but I'm like,
My thing is, why are we even talking about? Was it an anniversary?
not 17 years. I guess
okay.
maybe the song just so happened to come on.
Yeah, because I was wondering
and
how did it come up, or just somebody
Yeah, I
was
was
like,
like,
we need
all
to
out the
cancel
blue.
this.
somebody heard the song and was like, "Oh, let's have a conversation." And
All they got to do is tweet,
yeah.
and then more people. Yeah, that's right.
That's another thing. Have a brain
don't need to
and
ca-
stop
cater
jumping on
to
the
them.
bandwagon because everybody said, "Oh, let's need to cancel this song." Why?
I don't make no
Give
sense.
me some arguments. How is that slavery?
It's
If
slavery.
she wants to do it, and he didn't. Nobody said. He said, "I want you to cater to me. I want you to do
And plus,
this, and I want you to
they
do
ain't
that."
talking about a deadbeat. Remember?
No, I mean the qualities that they're talking about of the man is exceptional. So why would you not want to do those things? Just like he would probably want to do them for you. Like,
Right.
shut up. They just I
don't
can't
know.
stand folks who come up with all this stuff.
I don't know. It's like they got something against happiness or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
know.
because we have normalized struggle relationships.
Yeah,
We-
dysfunction.
You
That's
know,
what we
okay,
have.
I did it. I
They
used to
ain't
have a
talking if they ain't
relationship.
fighting.
I used to have a relationship podcast, and we used to have men and women come and sit down and talk about relationships. And I remember, in our first one, I forgot what that thing was about, what the topic was. But all I know is this guy was like, he's had conversation with women that said something as simple as, oh Lord, what I was gonna say. Oh, if he don't hit you, he don't love you.
What?
If he ain't knocked you
He's
upside
not
your head a
saying
couple
that.
of times,
He's not saying that.
he really don't love you.
Love taps, taboo.
There are some women who believe that. Child, he don't care nothing about you if he ain't tapped you, hit you upside the head a couple of
That is
times.
not showing no love right
That
now.
is so sad. That is sad.
Oh, babies.
If they were
Oh,
really
babies.
serious about that.
No, this was serious conversation. This wasn't no play.
Well, sir.
Right? Like,
Wow.
I was like, no, this is what he's saying women have told him.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like,
exactly. And we looked at him, we were like, what? People are saying that?
What?
But no, that there are people who really believe like a relationship should be just struggle. And relationships are hard and they're challenging. But it should not be a constant struggle every day.
Yeah. So if you grew up in that, that's your way of life or something.
No, you need to see therapy.
Oh yeah, of course. 'Cause that's not the way.
That is not normal at all. Not at all. And I can't even believe somebody even came out their mouth. If you ain't in love unless you're smacking upside the head. That's crazy. Literally crazy. Uh-oh, we got somebody. Miss Erica, good
Hey,
morning.
good morning.
Good morning, people.
We need to get some more input on this.
Good morning, everyone. Thank
I'm
you.
just saying.
What on the Cater to You song?
No, just the dysfunction
Well,
of
you got the
relationships
You
and
got
stuff.
cater to you. You got the high value man and woman.
I'm gonna just say, it's our community, man. Is real.
Jacked up.
No,
Sad.
man. It's
Some of the thought processes are just off.
no, man. We just in a, it's just a real crazy world out here, man. A lot of our, these relationships shouldn't even be going on, shouldn't even be happening. We teaching the wrong stuff to our children early. They're basically giving adult information at 5 years old.
Not old enough.
You're giving your child these cell phones, and they got the ability to go on any damn site they want. Majority of the parents don't use parental guidance sites, or where they
On the
watch their
phone.
children's movements on their phones and stuff. So they just give them the phone. They don't put the parent apps on there, the way they can block certain things that your child is looking at. But as far as these relationships go, it's just a cycle that has, a continuation that probably will never be broken. And that's the sad thing about it. You know what I'm saying? We're in a community where, you have relationships, right, with people that know they shouldn't be with these people. It's just at the end of the day, man, people just are using other people for convenience. People doing that, just so I can get, so I can have me a place to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
A
yeah,
lot
that part. Ooh.
A lot of guys are doing that. You know what I'm saying? You have women who are very vulnerable, lonely, accessible.
Taking whatever they can
Will accept anything because they think that, because they were in a very abusive relationship or a relationship that wasn't right for them before, they find somebody who's a little bit nicer, but just as bad, in another way, shape, or form, and get with them. And a lot of times, like I used to say this a lot, man. People don't do the research on the people that they're getting with. They don't do it. They don't take the time to research these people. The majority of the time is surface level. When you're trying to make these commitments to these people, so it's just sad, man, what's going on in our cities, man, in our communities, to our children. We talk about a lot of different things on this show. One thing that we don't really touch on is, the fact that a lot of these young girls and boys are being molested, being abused, and don't really have anywhere to turn. There's no hotlines for young girls to call if they need a safe space. There's no hotline for young boys to call if they need a safe space. If these relationships that are between these adults aren't going right. It's just when we talk about these songs, I really don't care nothing about them. At the end of the day, they done made their money off of it. People done, did what they want to do on it and to it and all that stuff. So, it's just a headline that, they want us to talk about, but really don't do anything for me. But at the end of the day, if you want to do something for your man, do it. If you don't.
Yeah.
Again,
It's that simple.
Yeah, it just goes back to the individual. A song shouldn't, motivate you to do a damn thing. If you like music, you like music.
And I think people put too much emphasis on celebrities and what they say and do. That's supposed to be God. Like, get the Bible,
Well,
please.
the thing is, if you think about it, right, these people are being idolized,
Right.
Right, that's what I'm
And
saying.
you know, they have these. You know, these people have groupies, real life groupies that will do a lot for them. Go to bat, kill, cut, all kind of stuff for these people. Take a bullet for them and all craziness. But at the end of the day, they're humans, and I'm not gonna be going crazy over no other human.
Yeah.
Me personally, that's just not my thing. I've met plenty of celebrities. I've cut plenty of people hair, and celebrities or whatnot.
People.
Yeah. And, at the end of the day, I was not the one that was just drooling. Hey, I gotta get over there to see them. I gotta meet them. I'm sweating and all that stuff. And I'm just in the, look, if I meet them, I meet them. If I don't, I don't. And that's that. I'm not going to the concert to buy the tickets to be in the front row and all that, to be seen by them and thinking they finna put me on stage. And that just ain't me. I ain't doing all that.
Well, I don't think it's honestly the celebrities itself. It's the money. Our
Right.
love for money
Right. Well, put
has
people in.
made people who make money our gods.
Yeah, that's it.
That is what it is. It's not the people. Because half of the people you look don't have anything valuable to say. They're not good role models. So it's not the people, it's the money, and we equate
symbol.
money with power. If you have money, you're smart, you're powerful. I should be listening to you because you're rich.
Yep.
How many people think they gonna listen? How many people out there listen to Floyd Mayweather?
A bunch of people.
Because he got money.
A bunch.
Not a lot of people.
Yes, a lot of
There's a
people.
lot of people that
There are a lot
Listen
of people.
to a lot of foolishness because they got money.
Half of these people that
They were just
people
talking about Floyd
listen to,
can't
they
read.
shouldn't. Exactly. But he got money. And so when you talk to a young boy who, isn't maybe getting the best mentorship, right?
I'm sorry, Philip said, good morning, Paige, Antonio, and the other young.
It's Tanya. Tonya. That's my name.
So
What up?
in the sense that the same young boy who's in school, right, failing, it's not great, and but Floyd Mayweather can't read, so what the heck I need to read for? He a millionaire, so why I need to read? Let me go put
do
some
what
boxing
he
gloves
did.
on.
Just gonna do
Or
what he did.
if I'm just good in football, if I'm just good in basketball, if I'm just good in wrestling, if I'm just good in boxing, if I'm just good in, and then the parents aren't promoting academics. There are so many parents who put their whole hopes and dreams and the whole future of the family on the child. And now that's why these young boys go to college and they go to the NFL and they end up with nothing. Because the whole future of the family has been placed on this one person. And now this person feel like they got to take care of everybody. Not a soul is taking care of him. Because they showed up to some games.
Oh no! They made sure he had ramen noodles all his college seat, all his whole time he was
But
in
now
college.
he got to buy cars and houses. And with that, y'all, we going to break. We'll be back.
Yep, we'll be right back.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
Yes.
So, Paige, what we got going on tonight?
All right. So there are a couple of things happening. So we got the Eight Queens presents Honor Thy Father. If your father, stepfather, uncle, being a father, or a mentor that a kid looks up to as being a father, come out and let us celebrate you. Friday, June 16th, though, that's tonight, from 6 to 8. Come one, come all. Y'all are appreciated. The food is going to be by JT Inner City Foods and JTD Inner City Foods. And then the cigars are from Cigar Porn.
Okay.
So just a little backstory. Well, actually, I ain't gonna go there. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, go there.
Go there. Do that.
And then this weekend next weekend, the Father Figures Mentorship is going to invite you to their first annual Father Figures Mentorship Top Golf fundraiser.
Woo.
So it's going to be Sunday
Nice.
the 27th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. A portion of each ticket purchase goes directly towards providing children without fathers or father figures with life-changing opportunities and one-on-one mentorship. Your ticket includes lunch, 3 hours of gameplay after a presentation about the program. So to purchase your tickets or to make a donation for those who can't make it, you can go to www.eventbrite.com/Father Figures Mentorship. So we'll put that inside the chat because it's a little wonky. So.
Yeah, we got
Yes.
it. And on the line, we have Mr. Barack Amin to school us on what's the father figures about here. Mr. Barack Amin. Hello.
Yay!
Barack, what's happening? Hello.
Did we lose him?
No, I had him on mute. Hey, Barack, how's it going on? Sorry about that. I had him on mute, people. Yeah, we were just telling everybody about the Father Figures event you have going on. You just let us know all about that.
All right, great. Yeah, our Father Figures Mentorship Top Golf fundraiser, Top Golf Tampa fundraiser is going on Sunday, June 27th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's myself and some of the mentors, man. We realized that, some of us grew up without fathers, and the impact that having a child in a home without a father makes. Kids that grow up without dads or father figures in their life are more likely to commit crimes. They're more likely to skip school. They're more likely to fall into undesirable situations with no guidance. So what we wanted to do was be the mentors that we needed when we were their age. Seeing how all of the kids now are just doing all of these things without guidance, we wanted to step in and show that you can have positive, masculine, male mentorship in the lives of the kids. So we just want to set that example.
Right. That's great. That's really needed. That's really, really needed, especially to those who don't have their fathers in their lives. That's really important.
They don't. I didn't. My wife didn't. A lot of my family members didn't. And as a matter of fact, our story is actually airing on Bay News 9 this morning. I got a great interview by Ashanti Ford, so it's airing all day today on the Feel Good Friday edition. So if you guys pay attention to Bay News 9, you'll see it airing all day today. But we just wanted to step in. Yeah, we just wanted to step in because a lot of single mothers raising children, when the mom is working 12 and 13 hours a day trying to provide for her son or for her family, what is she supposed to do with a teenage boy who's listening to rap music, wanting to sag his pants, wanting to hang out on the block, but she raising him in a townhouse or a gated community? Right. How does she combat that? She can't do it alone, so we have to step in and we have to be those mentors that we needed when we were their age.
Absolutely. That is very important. Oh my gosh, I love it.
So, Barack, when did you guys come up with this idea?
2012. I actually started in 2012. We were actually just doing the work, going out, speaking to kids, whether it was in the group homes, whether it was at their homes and their parents just had, some difficult situations or scenarios with their kids. And a lot of people who know me know my story, so they know where I come from, and they wanted me to come and speak to them. So that's kind of how I got into it. I just saw a couple of situations that looked like me and my younger self, and I decided to step in and do something about it. We actually launched the nonprofit, the 501c3, as far as October 2020, but we've been doing the work since 2012.
Okay. All right. How did you get the brothers involved? What did you do to get the brothers involved? How did you find the right brothers to mentor to help you start the program?
Oh man, well, I really just wanted to find positive, strong black men that have positivity and that stand out. I mean, you don't have to have a squeaky clean background, because you don't have to be a perfect father to be a father, and you don't have to be a perfect father figure to be a father figure.
Right.
A lot of the imperfections is what makes us suitable for the position, because we've been there. We've overcome the obstacles that we're trying to show them, or should I say, give them the cheat codes to. We've been there. So when you have men who can understand where these kids are coming from, they can relate to us a little bit more than somebody who has no understanding of their background, who doesn't know what it's like to grow up in a community where you're trying to do right, but you keep getting the wrong scenario. There's nothing more frustrating than somebody who wants to change or who wants to live a right life, but there's so much negativity around them that's easy for them to get in,
Right.
but no matter how much they try to do the right thing, they keep getting the wrong result.
Yeah.
So we just want to show them that it's possible. You got to stick to it. Nothing's easy, but your current situation does not have to be your permanent situation, and we are the architects of our future.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, that is awesome. What is some of the impact that you've seen since you all have been doing this?
We've seen kids that were acting out in school, acting out at home. We've seen them turn around and open up, because a lot of them don't feel that they can talk to their mom, because a lot of the boys see their mom as they don't see their mom as an authority figure, as authoritative. Once boys start to get to a certain age, like the old people say, they start to smell themselves. So if there's no masculine energy in that house to check that behavior, it goes unchecked. But we've seen where our engagement with them changes that behavior. They're able to communicate to us exactly what's going on, and it could be things as small as they don't like their mom's new boyfriend, or they don't like, and they lash them out because you got that scenario of that's not my daddy. You know what I mean? Or they feel like, or they feel like their mom might have, said some things against their dad, and now it's like, oh, well, you keeping me from my daddy, not knowing that it's the dad's fault. It's just so many scenarios that happen in the kid's mindset that we don't see as reality, because it's their young little mind. It hasn't matured yet. Plus, you pair that with now they're drinking, they're smoking weed. So all of this is impairing their reality, especially when they have such an impressionable mind.
Right.
It's easy to be shaped, molded by outside influence.
Absolutely. Oh, well, that's good. That's really good to know that you all are doing this. Like I said, it's so very, very needed. So this is for boys and girls, right?
It is.
It is, okay.
We're mostly, since it's the father figures, anytime we have men around children, we tend to, especially when we're playing games and stuff, we tend to turn into, big boys ourselves.
Yeah.
So we do have the mother figures around that come and they add that balance, because sometimes, you have to have it, especially when there's young girls involved. We want the women to be there, just to keep that balance. But sometimes the girls need that father figure just as much as the boys do.
Yes.
They need to be able to see that just as much as the boys do.
Yes.
It just so happens that our young black boys are under attack now like never before.
Right.
So we've got to step back in and intervene before it's too late.
Absolutely. No, I agree. I definitely agree with all those statements. That's really great. I can't wait to see the continued success. And when did you say the interview is airing?
All day today. I actually saw it myself just a little bit ago, and a couple people have messaged me and called and said they saw it. But it's on the Feel Good Friday edition of Bay News 9, so it's airing every hour.
All right. I love it.
Make sure we get that posted for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Grab it and post it on Power Plug so people can see it. That's awesome. That's awesome. So with Barack Amin, what's next, especially on the comedy circuit? What you got going on?
Yeah, I actually have shows that I'm doing with comedian Shura King. We're going to be in Naples, Florida, at the Off the Hook Comedy Club from the 24th through the 27th. So the day of the fundraiser, I'm actually going to do the fundraiser that Sunday morning and then drive back down to Naples to finish the show that Sunday. So we've got 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Thursday and Sunday. So it's a pretty busy weekend with this guy. He always keep us on these 5 and 7 show runs, but it's good. Though. Definitely good.
Hey, that's just what it is, right?
Absolutely.
Grind.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to get these the fundraiser going on, and we appreciate you calling in, Barack.
And y'all make
I
sure y'all
appreciate
get
you
your
guys.
tickets.
Yes, get your tickets.
And if you can,
Definitely.
Even Bright
donate.
and donate.
I would say, even if you can't make it, please, all donations are welcome. If you want to sponsor a ticket for a child who can't make it, that's available also. But the thing we just want to say is that it does take a lot of us to get together and join forces. Even if you don't have the funds available, just show up.
Right.
Just show up. That love and energy that we show to these kids and to each other just shows that we can get together and have unity and peace without all of the BS that they say comes with us getting together. So that's what we want to show as well.
Now, how can people continue to follow you? Do you have any social medias, of websites, anything like that people can continue to support after this event?
Yes. We're actually in the process of creating the Facebook page now.
Okay.
So I would say be on the lookout for that. But as of now, I would say follow me on Facebook, Barack Amen. You spell my name Barak, last name Amen, like at the end of a prayer. Also Instagram, B_Amen. That's B_AMEN. You can keep up with all the stuff we've got going on.
All right. That
All right,
sounds
y'all.
good. All right. Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
Thank you so much, Barack.
See, that's
Thank you
what
so
I'm
much,
talking
y'all. Have a
about,
good
man.
All right. You too. Bye.
Brothers in the community, giving back, helping out the young kids, and doing everything that they can, man. That's what's up, man. Give much respect to Barack and the Father Figures Foundation. That's what's
That
up,
was
man.
great. That's so needed.
That's one thing to say it, but actually do it.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
We love it.
And we also have a couple more events going on this weekend. We have the part 1 of the At 5 Chances promotion, Juneteenth Festival weekend of events. Come catch these laughs with tickets starting at just $18.65. Bring a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. At DJ Pump, put me up. Put 'em up. Put them up. Will be on the ones and twos, and drinks and food will be available for purchase. That's going to be at More Eventful Event Hall. That is tonight, starting at 8 p.m. Doors will open. Come and get your laugh on at More Eventful Hall tonight for the Juneteenth 1865 Comedy Takeover.
Yep.
All right, that is tonight. You also will have the Juneteenth Jam, and that is tomorrow, right, from 12 to 5. It will be a Juneteenth Jam vibe, a time of celebration in so many areas. We as a community get the chance to witness the restart of a new charter school here in Pinellas County, highlight local minority-owned small business owners and opportunity to cater to our scholarships recipients, and allow our community to see what happens when we show up for one another. We are here for you, just for you being there for us, and we invite you and your loved ones to join in on the fun. Also, you're going to have Dashiki in the City. They present Juneteenth Freedom Day Fetty. That is going to be Saturday from 1 to 7 p.m. That is going to be on the Deuces, I believe, 833 22nd Street South, St. Petersburg. DJ Coop will be on the ones and twos. That is the Black Business Market. And again, free food for the youth. You also have on Saturday a lot going on this damn Saturday.
It's a lot, man. Let me tell
You
you.
got
It's too many. It's way
It is
too
a
many.
lot.
got
It would have been great if we just all
Could have
did
been some
something
collaborations
together.
going on.
I just
Yeah,
like the fact that
Juneteenth.
it's happening, and everybody's cool with it, and just things are going on the Deuces, man. Just people doing stuff.
A lot.
Yep, you got the Juneteenth Jam. That's gonna be Saturday from 12 to 5. That's North Star Academy. That's what we just was talking about. They're gonna have the 25 vendors, book bag giveaway, scholarships, ceremony, community fair, live entertainment, DJ Darius, Cali dancers and drummers. If you guys want information for that, contact 727-417-7826, or you can just go to the www.juneteenthjam.com, and you will be able to purchase a ticket or whatever. It don't even say purchase ticket; it just say show up.
Show up.
Show up.
Show up.
Show up and show up.
And that
Isn't that what that little boy said?
Pull up on me.
Pull up. And that's 2220 62nd Avenue South. That's 2220
Pull up on me.
62nd Avenue South for the Juneteenth Jam at North Star Academy at Pinellas, 2220 62nd Avenue South, St. Pete. Also, you're going to have the Be Blazing Hair Boutique and 3 Generations second annual Juneteenth Business Expo. All right, that's going to be at 642 22nd Street South from 11 to 5 p.m. And if you guys, listen, man, get y'all caravan and y'all just hop around. You know what I'm saying? Go from event to event. You know, support as much as you can.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's
Also-
Father's Day, but I don't know how y'all gonna be buying y'all daddies no gifts if y'all doing all this damn partying.
Well, they
You
got
go
the shops.
to the store and shop and get daddy something.
And
I don't know
also,
if daddy gonna want nothing from these vendors.
Listen,
So,
listen,
look
stop
here.
it. Stop. Listen.
It'd be
Wait.
some good vendors.
Come on, man. I just told y'all what y'all get y'all daddy, man. Take your daddy, get tailored.
No, I think
man.
it's between all these events, you're going to find some great vendors.
Thank you.
Don't
It's,
do
it's
that.
one more.
All
The
right. If you
Juneteenth
think your daddy
celebration of freedom.
some earrings,
Where that at?
Earrings.
black earrings.
Listen, that one is at
Black Panther
Tangerine
earrings. You don't want them.
Midtown Plaza, and that's right at 18th Avenue and 22nd. So that's right there at the light. Yeah, the
Yeah.
the
Look
plaza.
here, man.
And don't forget about Rock. I think it's Rock the Block. That's like all in Tampa for the whole.
Oh, we ain't
weekend.
talking about Tampa, y'all. We
That's
talking about
a
all of. We just
3-day
look. We can't even get to
celebration.
Tampa. We ain't gonna be able to get to Tampa.
know.
Paige, all this
No,
shit going
but
over here in St.
Balaji is
Pete.
very supportive of everybody and everything they're doing, and she's doing a huge
I will-
3-day
I will-
festival.
Oh, okay then.
Yes,
We'll
Tampa
have to
got
go on the
some
last
stuff
day
going on.
because we got too many things going on the 18th and the
But hers
19th
is
over here.
3
So
days.
we'll go on the 20th.
Yeah.
We'll go to the Roger stuff on the
This
20th.
Juneteenth
Okay.
celebration of freedom. You got the free food. They got the smoking barbecue, fish till you exhausted. So
And you
y'all
got
1 to 4.
And you also got the
Saturday.
Fire Chance Promotion Juneteenth Festival on the 19th, which is the Saturday. And they gonna have family friendly bounce houses, live entertainment, vendors, arts and crafts, and stations for the kids. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna have live performances all day long from a host of people. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
gonna be
look
lit,
here, man.
y'all.
The whole weekend.
Day and night.
Don't say you ain't had nothing to do.
Right, day and night.
Somebody
Got
gonna
something
somebody
to do.
gonna have a
Daytime.
story.
Not
Something
do you
to
have
nighttime.
something to do? The question is, what did
Somebody gonna have a
Right.
story to tell.
you do? Oh Lord, child, this gonna be a day.
It's gonna be a lot of driving. If y'all talking about, oh, y'all want to hit every event, tell you what to do. Get a caravan, rent y'all a van. All the ladies, y'all jump in the van and y'all just go from
a good
place to place
celebration.
or whatever.
Just
Yeah.
think now you gathering with your family and be like, okay, we're gonna hit this up and this up. You know, I think this is really cool.
Oh man, you're
Yeah,
gonna be spending a lot of
it's
money in
cool.
gas. Okay, it's
Hey.
gonna be. Hey, make sure. Well, y'all look at man. When I go to these little
The market.
markets and festivals and all that, you better have your $300-400 in your pocket.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
everybody don't take cards.
Have
Some
your
people only do
$300-400.
cash app, so just take cash.
support.
Have your
Just take your
$300-400 in
cash
your
and
pocket,
do what you
okay?
gotta do.
Because you're gonna be looking and touching stuff that you're gonna need to buy,
Yes,
that
just
you're gonna
take
want
your
to buy.
cash and eating.
So
and
just
you gonna
Oh
want
my
to
and
eat.
you gonna want to
God.
eat.
Come on now,
And
the
if you
food.
jumping around like this, you're gonna be fat on,
my
on
gosh.
Sunday.
Oh,
Talking about
yeah.
some. I need to go to the gym on Monday
I ate
because it's
all
gonna
the
be a lot of
cupcakes,
food,
cupcakes,
a lot of sweets,
yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of lemonades being made. People love to make these special lemonades
Not
like
the
they jump
lemonade.
like there's any different than
Than
grandma.
anybody.
And you ain't put
But
too
just
much
the
more
fact
stuff in that
you're out
lemonade.
there.
I'm just saying, what you put extra sugar? More sugar? Yours a little bit more syrupy.
Syrupy.
Yeah, you gotta drop that a bunch of ice in yours.
Add basil, okay?
Add basil. See though?
Don't
you
be
gotta
giving
add
away the
basil in
secrets,
your
girl.
lemonade.
Basil is telling you
Look
right
at
there.
man.
Don't be
You,
giving
yeah, you
them
gotta
ass.
cut. You gotta cut it. You gotta cut it with something. Real lemon juice, maybe.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, look at. So the weekend is gonna be full of festivities.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think Sunday everybody rests.
Remember y'all.
Rest on Sunday.
Remember
Go-
y'all.
go
Bill
church.
still got to get paid on the first. So I mean, y'all go out and
Right
hang out
around
at
the
all
corner.
these Juneteenth
Is it
events.
the first?
No.
Oh, boy, stop. I'm like,
It's the
Man,
19th.
in like a week or
We
so.
got time.
Yeah.
Got a week.
Yeah, the
we
week.
good. We got.
Y'all
we
got
good.
time to make some shmoney.
You know what I'm saying? But
To recoup.
hey,
That's what they got. They got time to recoup.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
y'all got time to make some
Yeah, next
money.
month recoup one.
Y'all better get out here. If you
money
need
right
some
now.
money, you better get out here and sell something yourself.
Man, that's what I'm sitting here thinking. Like, dang, I need a table.
Exactly.
Funny.
It's a lot of
Make me
stuff
some money.
going on, y'all. So.
Money.
And it's up and down for a second. So it's gonna be litty.
It's gonna be
Let-
quite
let
the
it.
brilliant people.
Liddy.
Now to switch grooves here. I know we used to do this thing called he say she say back in the day. Man opinion, woman's opinion. So I found our stash, and it's a healthy stash of questions that the audience would come up with, and we would ask the audience these questions that people would write down anonymously. So it would be all type of questions. So we're gonna give a stab at one of these questions, guys. So
All right, let's go.
okay, here we go. How do you tell your recent ex you're now currently pregnant by the ex before them?
Well, you all exes, so what you got
Wait.
to tell them for?
Yeah, you don't have to tell them.
You ain't got to tell nobody nothing. Ain't nothing business.
Oh, so basically,
somebody's life
you
right
and
here.
the ex broke up. You tipped back to the ex before him, and now you're
now,
pregnant.
are you
and
back with
now?
the
Is
ex?
the ex trying to get with you again?
Like, are you back with the first ex? Wait a minute, let's see.
Well, you was back with him for a minute because you done got pregnant.
So I'm thinking that she don't want this current ex to find out that she's pregnant for the previous ex, because then it's gonna be like, oh, so y'all was cheating, y'all was tipping, because I bet you that previous ex
be
was a
some drama.
problem. You know, because people don't know how to leave their exes alone. Everybody wants to stay in contact. Look, once you my ex, don't talk to me. Leave me alone. I don't need you to come up here messing up my future.
they still be having them strings attached.
Don't be messing up my future.
Cut the string.
Well, we always go back to what we know and what's comfortable.
Yeah.
And obviously that's what done happened here.
Yeah.
What today?
Yeah, exactly. Because what do they say? The best way to get over one is under another. And that's what they say. I didn't say I do that. I'm just saying that's what the words say. That's what the people say. That's the word on the street say. And so people take that serious. And they end up in a whole world of trouble when they do that.
Wow. Yes.
They end up in a whole world of trouble. I would say if you ain't trying to get with that ex, listen, don't tell them. Mind your business. That's all.
Right.
Just
That's
mind
what
your
I'm
business.
saying. Just go ahead and live your
As long
life.
as he know the baby ain't for him. But I think that's where the problem lies, because he gonna see you pregnant and gonna be like, is that mine? No.
Girl, you done got yourself in a world.
It's really not a
trouble.
world of trouble if
But-
she not trying to
Well,
fix
yeah,
it.
you don't care. I mean, you said they were exes, so what
Yeah.
does it matter? Go on, have your baby and
Keep it
keep
moving.
your life.
How recent? Did y'all just break up and then boom, you're pregnant?
I mean, at this point, it don't matter. Once you broke up, it's fair game, you know?
We need more information.
I don't know. I'm one of those people. I'm a respect person, so I just feel like, after we break up, if we break up like, I don't know, in January, I don't know if I feel comfortable dating someone in February if I really loved you. If I really truly loved you, if I wanted to marry and all these things. Like, I'm still trying to get over the fact that are we going to try to work it out? Like, what we trying to do? I think the problem is the reason why relationships get so messy is we don't leave no downtime.
Need that hashtag single season.
Right, exactly. Exactly. We don't have no downtime. And so what does that say about you as the individual that you don't give yourself a downtime between people? That's some inner work that you got to do. And that only happens in a single season. Y'all better read my book. But no, seriously, y'all need some downtime because it makes it so much better for the next relationship. Because if I break up with you today and I'm with Junebug on Friday, I don't know why I came up with Junebug, on Friday, I didn't have time to even reflect on what went wrong in the relationship.
Even to see what you did.
Yeah, what did I do? What part did I play in this? And people be so busy to blame the other person. I had a whole come to Jesus moment with myself and say that in the relationships that I was in, I broke my own heart because I stuck around longer than I should. When I saw things that wasn't what I wanted or wasn't in line with what they were my deal breakers. Let me tell you, if you set a deal breaker and someone do it, leave. Because it makes you a liar when they do the deal breaker and you change your mind. You don't get to change your mind. Your deal breaker is your deal breaker. Stick to it. Stick to it. So at the end of the day, we don't give ourselves enough break time. We just be ready to jump into the next thing.
Yep. That part.
Love it.
Give us another
You
one.
got something, Tonio? You good? Okay.
I just think sit your whole ass down.
That's all I'm saying. Like, dang.
Sit down, hold down. You don't, damn.
She
Just
didn't
sit
give
down.
herself no time.
I mean, don't you want yourself to breathe? You talking about letting people yourself let your thing breathe.
Feel back on it. You feel back on
Sit
it.
down.
Okay. So listen to this one. It says, why is that women never take responsibility in relationships failing?
Self-work. The lack of self-awareness, the lack of self-work, the victim mentality. You know,
Victim mentality,
even in the
boy.
best, even if you did your best, but the relationship did not work out, and this is for both parties, you contributed in some way
Of course. It wasn't done
to the
you.
breakdown of the relationship. And you got people walking around here, if you didn't act like that, the relationship would go another way. No. You are totally in control of your own behavior.
Yep.
What you accept and what you do, what you react to. We all play a role in the breakdown in the relationship. It takes two.
Well, this question asks why the females don't.
And
take over
I said lack
responsibility.
of self-awareness.
No, I mean that could be it, but majority of the time it's because they always they feel like they right all the time. They feel they got some type of, look, it's difficult for people to, like Paige was saying, take accountability, but also, women have a hard time accepting the fact that they do make mistakes too. They will apologize for things, but then, continue to do the same thing. And men do the same thing. But when we're talking about relationships ending and failing, right? Majority of the time, men don't have their shit together.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
that's just coming from a man.
it's true.
And, women have to, they do have to put up with some things. But again, they don't want to take the responsibility on getting to know who they're dating before they make the commitment.
Yeah.
And that's where the work comes in at.
Yep.
And that's when you have to be able to say that, because a lot of times women want to move fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I want to move fast, I mean, I want to, and men do too. It's just that men have a goal. Women want maybe like a lifetime with you. Men goal is to
Smash
beat
and
you,
pass.
smash you. If something happened in between that, okay, you're gonna probably kick it for a few months, maybe a couple years or so, but it ain't gonna be serious. It's just gonna be smashing and going, and building a friendship and stuff like that, and a friend with benefits, and it's and that's how stuff goes. You know what I'm saying? And then you end up, somebody catch feelings about the other person, and again, along the way, when it started as a smash and go, you want the female tends to catch feelings, because that's majority of the time she only smashing one or two people, and she catch feelings, and then the guy is still out here doing the same thing. So, you have to really get to know who you're actually dating, and ask questions and be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying, on what you can put up with, or what you can deal with, and a lot of times they're not honest with that. What they
Yeah, I
can
think
deal
that's
with.
true. I
You know
think
what
a lot of women could avoid a lot of these relationships. Like you said, the truth and be told that a lot of men don't have their stuff together. And for the woman who's like, well, I'm bringing all these great things to the table. I didn't do anything wrong. Yes, the thing that you did wrong is you chose wrong.
You chose him.
You chose him. That's what you did wrong.
Yeah.
And so
but you're not accepting
have to
that.
sit in that decision and say, what about me accepted this?
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, we can't control who's attracted to us, but we can control what we accept,
to them.
who we allow into our life, who we give time to.
Yep.
So,
but a lot of times women are so lonely and so damn easy and desperate. That's why these dudes, it's so easy for us just to come around and just
say what you want to hear
and be around. Listen, women like persistence. All the man got to do is be persistent for a few months. He can smash you.
Persistence, but they ain't got no consistency.
He can smash. All he gotta do is just be around a couple times. And then another thing I notice is, if a person is in your environment that is new in your environment, and then now you got to be around them a lot, you start to gain more attention. They start to get more attention from you. You start to do a little bit more stuff and all kind of stuff. And then you 9 times out of 10 you be trying to smash them because they just around more. If you know what I'm saying, groups of people, if you are in these little organizations, right? You got these professionals that be going to these networking events. If you going constantly to these same networking events, you probably done met somebody at that event that you done took home before.
But this is another thing that I want to say. I'm gonna be real candid about this. People be acting like women don't just want to smash and pass too.
Women act like that,
and that men
women act like that.
Don't catch feelings.
They do.
So at the end of the day, once again, and I'm not saying the woman's innocent in there, but there are times where women just need an itch scratch, or they just want to smash and pass. But
they don't know how to say it either.
That's a lie.
No, even in saying it, then the men they realize, oh, you're a great catch.
No, what they'll do, they'll go back to
who you are outside of the bedroom.
And do that.
Who you're in the bedroom. It's like, oh no, I gotta hold on to
this. Exactly. But no,
they'll go back to the ex and do that, but they won't do that with somebody new. That's what I'm saying. Somebody new will come up to you and and you're not gonna be like, listen, man, I'm just looking for somebody to beat it in and go back on. Go about your business. Go about your business.
I'm very transparent. If that's what I want, I'm gonna say that's what I want.
To somebody new. Yeah. To somebody that okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Not a lot of women.
Right.
It's older women that do stuff like that. Exactly. Younger women may not do stuff, but younger women will do it, but it's in a different way. They'll just give up the goodies, but and then then they catch feelings or whatever. But I mean, everybody's different, when it comes to
I think
the magic stick and the snatch.
To be honest, I think that we would not have as much conflict in relationships if people are just honest.
I just think people need to. I just think people need to.
What? I ain't looking for no relationship. You seem like a nice girl. I like the way you look. I like the way you smell. All the little games that y'all say. Listen, I ain't trying to be caught up. Now, you want to hang with me? You want to do some things? Benefits? Then let's do it. But if you ain't, if you really looking for, Mr. Right, I'm not Mr. Right now. And let her decide if that's what she want to do or not do. And then women, we need to listen more and hear when the man say, I ain't looking for a relationship.
But soon as the man give you start spending some time with you.
That's the problem, right?
Soon as the man starts spending some time with you.
That's why you have to have the conversation again.
But you gotta bring it back to the table.
Yes.
No,
with somebody you just supposed to be smashing and grabbing.
No, this is the thing. No, in reality, women have to start reclaiming their time. So if you said that you don't want a relationship with me,
you don't get my time.
You don't get relationship benefits.
I'm
not cooking dinner for you. No, we're not going on dates. We're not doing these things because you don't want a relationship.
Back up.
Back that thing. Man.
So you still look, benefits. What they have to understand is this: you can't just be accessible every time I want it. That's all I'm saying. You can still do your thing, still want it or whatever. But yeah, we talking about time. Time is me spending when I spend time with you, you know what I'm saying, and do all this stuff, take you here, because I like to eat. For instance, so I like to eat. This is what guys will tell you that do this stuff. If I like to eat and you with me, you going to eat too. If I like a nice restaurant and I want to go eat a steak and you with me, you going to eat too. I don't see that as anything. I don't see that as nothing because I'm hungry.
Okay,
and
but
I
we
take
going
you
out
with
to
me.
eat, but you ain't coming back to the house.
But I just left the house. That's what I'm saying. I just left the house. So now we're going out. I'm hungry after I just came to the house and beat it up. So now I want to go eat.
Well, then
so
go
then I
eat
say,
by
hey,
yourself.
hey, you want to come with me? Because you hungry too? And then you come.
So what now you're saying is women take that.
They take that.
And say, oh, he must want a relationship.
He want a relationship.
No. Okay, so I've been in
You know what I'm saying?
It depends on the woman.
No. But I've been in situations
men-
where we were not having sex, but he wanted all my time. Hey, let's go do this. Oh, let's go do this. Hey, what you doing? I'm coming over. Can I come see you? Can I do this? Can I do that? But you don't want a relationship. But
you just said you ain't having sex.
I see you 3
You
to 5
trying to
times.
get in there.
I see you 3 times. No, actually, no. I see you 3
Oh, he was gay.
No, he was not gay.
He had to be.
Not at all.
He was gay.
No, it was because the stipulation of what I said. And
That didn't work out
so
too long. Y'all was
3
wasting time.
to 5 times a week, I see you. We hang out. You enjoy my company, right? But you don't want a girlfriend.
Well, hold
I'm
on.
practically your girlfriend.
You don't. But you want a boyfriend? Did you want a boyfriend?
Yeah, at the time I wanted a boyfriend.
Oh, well then why are you spending so much damn time with him?
Well,
he already
because
told you he
it
want
was
that.
in 2020. It was in 2020. It was very hard to just go out and find people
No,
at
it
that
wasn't.
point in the midst of the pandemic.
Oh, you got to get on Tinder.
Not in the midst of the pandemic.
Oh yeah, in the midst of the pandemic. On Tinder, they don't have on no
When
mask.
you having to wear masks and stuff,
They
and
ain't
all
got
these
no
different
masks
things.
on Tinder.
But all I'm saying is, we're spending all this time together, and then you still confused, but you like my time, and that's what it is. Some people
You got
like companionship.
See what I just said? See, the woman ain't taking accountability right there. Woman ain't taking accountability. Why was you spending all that damn time with that man when he had done told you what time it was?
No,
you know you weren't finna give up no draws. So why was you even
Exactly.
playing? He didn't
That
want it.
was bored.
Oh, so
in the
you
middle
get
of a pandemic,
so
he got
you
tomorrow.
get so men
Exactly.
so women can have
Exactly.
something to do, but a man can't have something to do.
No. What
That's
I'm saying
all I'm
is,
saying.
but did I
'Cause
not
men have
start
something
this
to do.
conversation with? I had to come to the realization that I was breaking my own heart. Did I
Look
not
at you.
start that conversation?
By
This
doing that?
conversation with this.
By doing that, hanging out with the boy for
No.
3 days. I'm just trying to figure this out. Help me understand.
I started the conversation by saying I had to come to the realization in relationships that I broke my own heart because I didn't look at the reality of the situation. I
Right.
saw how I want to.
Right.
And so that situation taught me it don't matter how much time a person spend with you. If they're not ready, they're not ready.
Look at this, y'all. Paige just had a birthday now. Look how many other young women out there got to go through this and realize have these realizations. I hope it don't take this long, y'all. We trying to help y'all women not take this long with these realizations when it come down to this stuff, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't want y'all coming out here getting hurt. I definitely don't want the young women out here coming out here and getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Getting their feelings hurt by these young men. But what I will say, young ladies, is stop being so damn easy
Stop
to
giving these men
persuade.
your time.
You're so easy to persuade.
Stop
Just
giving
stop
this man
being
all your
available all
time.
the
Yes,
time.
exactly. Stop giving the man
Can't
all
be
your time.
available. all the
No,
time.
ladies, stop looking at the surface of a man.
Right. Look at
Stop
everything that
looking
he's
at the
offering.
surface of a man.
Look
Please.
at everything he's offering. Even if he got the
Please.
best job, drive the best car.
I know the man
Look
gonna
at
put-
his character and morals.
Look at a man.
Look at his emotional availability. What is he
I don't
really
know about
able
all
to offer you?
all that.
Look at the baggage.
All that.
Look at
I
the
don't know about his
baggage in
emotional
his
stability
life.
and all
Pay
that.
attention to
He
what this
definitely
man
get
is saying
traumatized.
to you. Okay?
He been traumatized. Listen, if y'all, anybody that's serious about these relationships in the St. Petersburg, go to counseling with your man and your lady. That's what y'all need to do. Go to counseling. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that want to get into relationships in the 20s, in the 22nd century, 21st century, y'all need to go to counseling, man. Because there's a lot of trauma wrapped up in both black parties. I'm telling you, man and woman. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, you need somebody. Sometimes people need mediation. Just somebody to, nope, he didn't say that. She didn't say that. That's not what he was saying. That's not what she was
But
saying.
you know what? And
You know what I'm saying? For
that
real.
is very true.
Because at the end of the day, people always think that their way is the right way.
Right,
And always think that they got it all together, all wrapped up together. And I had to be told one time when I was doing my counseling session that I didn't know what I was talking about.
Exactly.
I had to be told that sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I need to shut up. I need to listen more. I need to observe and just listen and try to understand what she's saying and all that. And then when I try to understand, I'm still need to shut up and listen some more. So, listening is a very important key, right, to relationships.
Amen to that.
And a lot of times when we're listening, right, you have to be very, sometimes you got to repeat stuff back to the person to make sure that, and this is what they'll tell you in counseling.
I've done that.
Repeat the question back to the person that's speaking to make sure that it was clear.
Right.
That is what they said.
True.
Right.
But
That's
I found myself in a relationship with somebody where I repeated back or asked questions. It's like, well, you weren't listening the first time.
Well, then he's an ass.
Well, I'm trying to clarify
what you are saying.
Well, you should be a better listener.
He's an ass. He's an ass.
Well, I'm
that's an
trying
ass.
to clarify what
He's an
you're
ass.
saying, so I'm making sure I'm understanding. Anybody that know anything about me, I'm gonna ask 2, 3, 4, 5 times to make sure that I understand. But you got some people who I don't want to repeat myself. I shouldn't have to repeat myself.
Then we
I was
shouldn't be
reading
talking.
a book about relationships, and one of the things it said was to have good communication, you should over communicate. Over explain. Nothing ever hurts from over communicating and over explaining.
A lot of times, though, people get emotionally caught up in the questions. Like I ask you a question, you get caught up in the emotion of it because it's a hard, uncomfortable question. A
Some
lot of
people
times
just don't like to be questioned.
I don't like to feel. I don't like to be interrogated. I definitely don't. But when you ask the right questions, in the right settings, in the right time, that stuff goes that takes account. You know what I'm saying? But don't be asking me those stupid questions when we already mad at each other. Cause I'm just gonna get even more mad and frustrated.
I
know
do
what I'm
think
saying?
communication is very important, and there are a lot of people who need to learn communication skills. And I will never in my life ever date another person who don't like to argue or who don't like conflict. I will never do it because at the end of the day, arguments happen and conflicts happen. Find one married couple that been married for 20, 30 years and ask them if they ever have a disagreement.
I don't think she's saying
Not
like to
argument
argue
like yelling
that.
and screaming, but having conflict. Conflict happens between people. I don't care who you are. Conflict happens because conflict promotes change. But you have people who the first sign of conflict, they just shut down altogether.
And then how do you have a relationship like that?
You can't.
How do you have a relationship where people just shut the hell down every time?
You can't have a relationship.
You can't
move
forward. Or sometimes this is the thing too. Sometimes people give you information and then they don't expect you to ask questions.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're just supposed to take it
Just
at face
take it.
value.
Or you feel a certain way about what they said. Like you don't supposed to feel something. from what
Yeah,
they
you
said.
just take it and don't have no emotion, don't have nothing.
What's up with that?
It's crazy.
I don't know, man.
It's crazy. But at the end of the day, conflict promotes change. Should we be having disagreements every single day? No. But if we come from different walks of life, we're going to get into
We're going to bump heads.
We're going to.
Something.
Especially when we see things very differently, we're going to bump heads. And the thing that I hate the most is when you can't apologize for the thing that you've done. Instead of apologizing, well, you shouldn't have done this. Or, well, if you would have done this. What is wrong with apologizing?
I don't know.
Well, people always got to get their point, want to make their point and get their point across, and it'd be like it's a inner battle within themselves.
Or
That they got to be right.
Or I tell you something that I didn't like or whatever.
It's an inner battle.
I tell you something, and instead of saying, "Oh, you're right. I'm sorry if you took it that way or whatever." Well, you probably did this. I probably said this and you didn't pay attention. If you gotta say that 9 times out of 10 you didn't say it. Like, it is okay to be wrong. It's okay to apologize for something that you're not even sorry for. Sometimes people just need to hear an apology. You know how sometimes, I do this all the time. People will be 100% wrong, and I've told them that they're wrong, and they're not getting it. So I'm like, you know what? You're right. Yeah, I'm wrong. You're absolutely right. I'm so wrong.
Just saying, clicking.
Okay, that's fine. And if it's like if a scenario happened, or I'm giving a piece of like factual information, and they're like, it didn't happen like that. The war 1812 happened in 1814. Well, I mean, clearly you can just do a Google search and see that it was 1812. But if you want to believe that, okay, ain't no sense in going back and forth. But part of maturity is being able to say I was wrong.
Right. Yeah.
And to me, out of love in a relationship, saying sorry even when you're not. Because sometimes people just need to hear that. Even though that person could be 100% wrong. You know what?
I ain't doing that. I'm not a fool.
I apologize.
I'm not doing that. Next question.
All right. Okay. This one's good. Would you let your partner know if their sex ain't hidden? If it ain't nothing, when you let them know.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's going to continue
Absolutely.
being bad.
I believe in education.
Right. Exactly. You ain't going to dead it. You're just going to be like, look, let's work on this.
I believe in education.
Now, if you're not willing to work on it,
Don't happen.
education is power.
yeah.
So, you don't know how to do that? All right, I'll show you.
Yeah.
You gonna do yourself?
No.
Oh. Well, how you gonna show me? You gonna do yourself?
Walk you through the process.
Show you what I like. What
This is what you're supposed to do.
You do it
this is what I
at
like.
this speed. Go 2 miles an hour.
Yeah. If you care about the person and you want them to do right.
Yeah,
Go
because
6 miles.
sex is not about you. Sex is about the other person. If every person is looking
Okay.
out for the other person, everybody walks away happy.
Hey man, you got some selfish brothers out there, okay? Some selfish brothers out there. And these sisters ain't no
Like-
better, man.
like,
When
I don't
they
know
faking,
what you talking about, man.
some of these sisters be faking, man, and don't want to tell their partner that they ain't worth a damn. But that's why they go out there and call people like, well, go call other people.
They go out in the yard. Huh?
Yeah, they in the
That's-
yard, man. Because
that's not smart in my opinion.
and
It's
because
not.
you know, I mean that's what I'm saying. You like him, but he ain't hitting on nothing.
So you need that other person to feel that void. That's right.
Yeah, that's why you got a lot of these cats out here shooting each other because they think they all that because they got some jewelry on, but then you can't do nothing nowhere else.
It is a
But
snowball.
on Instagram,
It is a snowball
you know what I'm
effect.
saying?
You gotta be careful. Yes. Tell your mate. You know what I'm saying?
Just let them know, hey, this is what's up.
Yeah,
Right.
I've done it.
Okay.
I don't like it like that.
Listen to this one. It's the last one. Okay. It was the night before your wedding.
Christmas.
No, the night before your wedding.
Okay.
I found out my soon-to-be husband was going to be a dad. I walked away that night. Now, a year later, he is trying to come back in my life. What shall I do?
Keep him
Why?
moving. Keep
Why is he
moving
trying to
because
come
if you
back?
find out he's going to be a dad, that means he got the girl pregnant while with you. Unless
Together.
it was a very short window of like, we got together in less than a year because it takes 9 months to make a baby. So we got married, we met and got married in less than a year, less than 6 months, 6 months to a year. The girl, okay, this is how that scenario could work. We meet and marry within 6 months. She was already 3 months pregnant. Otherwise, that situation doesn't work. That means you got this girl
Yeah, he
pregnant
was-
while we were
while he was trying
together.
together, yeah.
So no, it's a no for me. Go be with your family. I don't believe in breaking up families.
A year later, he trying to come back.
They always try to come back. It don't matter if it was a baby involved or not.
Exactly.
If I had $1 for every ex that reached out to me, they still reach out to me.
Exactly.
Yo, how you doing?
That's what I'm saying.
You don't miss me with that. How I'm doing?
Exactly.
Just fine. Look at the Facebook page. I
So-
mean, leave me alone.
Then y'all love them people?
No.
You know what? Love at one point.
Y'all love them
Y'all was
people.
getting married.
Y'all love them people, and they just checking on y'all.
No, they not.
They just checking
they
on
not.
y'all.
They
What
just
is y'all
checking to
wrong
see
with
if they're
y'all?
stupid.
They shooting their
What is
shot.
wrong
They're
with
checking
y'all?
to see if I'm still stupid.
What is wrong with y'all?
That's what it is.
These men
Is she
are the
still
men that
stupid?
y'all loved at one point in time in y'all life. Now y'all looking at it like,
what did you say
oh my God.
a few months ago
Y'all love
about
these
when
men.
men come back around? And you said something on the lines of because we get bored and we think about you. We be like, oh, Tanya gave good head. Let me call her.
Yep.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So that's why they get
come back.
Yep.
They still
Yep.
Oh, you still dumb?
Yep.
Let me come back. But you know what?
No. You was just talking about how partners have bad sex, right? And then you have these exes that had this awesome and bomb stuff, and you be like, well, I was thinking about you too. Yeah, come on over.
And listen,
that
So that's how that happens.
and you can do
That
that.
happens.
Listen, and you
So
can
don't
do
act
that.
like-
If
don't
you
act like
think
that.
If you
it
want that,
Don't
then
act like
you
that.
get it.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
this happened. It's
That's
happened.
what I'm saying.
Listen,
So
I ain't
don't
gonna
act
sit
like
here and
that.
try to act like
Don't act like the ex. Don't act like the ex. You ain't missing that ex too.
No,
You got 3 or 4 exes. You got 3 or 4 exes. All I'm saying is,
After
it get old. Yeah.
I was
Of
trapped
course.
in that scenario for 7 years.
Yeah, but you get a new
And-
ex, and then the new ex
No.
you start doing it with the new ex for a
No,
little
it
while.
wasn't even had nothing to do with the new ex. It's just like
No, I'm just saying.
after so many years of being together or not being together, you become a different person.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
what attracts you or what turns you on or whatever, those things change. So at the end of the day, you can go back, but after a while, it's like, this isn't even the same.
Yeah,
I
but
don't even have the feelings for you no
But see,
more.
that's what I'm saying is y'all missing my point. After y'all still dating in your life, and you're gonna have another ex that you don't have, that you done ran across, end up being with, and he gonna be a new ex, and he gonna be that 7-year dude that he gonna turn into the 6 month or the 1-year dude. Cause that's all I'm saying. It's gonna continue to keep happening because again, this is the cycle that we go through. Okay, well, this ex say he done. I'm tired of him. I'm finna find me another man and get him, and then he don't work out. He becomes an ex. Then you find another man. Then that ex right there that you just dropped, he call you again. Oh yeah, come on over because this one ain't working out. And then the cycle keeps going on. And then here's another ex. Oh yeah, he didn't work out either, but I got a new dude that I'm
I don't
talking
know
to.
that the cycle.
The ex is coming back. Another like Tanya, you just said it's a bunch of them calling me and then
They are calling, but I ain't.
So there's a bunch of
I'm not
exes.
entertaining them.
I'm just saying there's a bunch of exes along the way that you can choose from out of your little
If I wanted to.
bouquet of
If
men.
I wanted to.
Right, you got a bouquet of men.
Yeah.
You know, couple dozens, and then you can just say, "Hey,
dozens.
I'm just
Wait
saying.
now.
Just saying, couple
Not that many.
dozen bouquet of men to
It's
choose
not that
from.
many, boo.
But that's what I'm saying.
Dozens.
We just never know. We just never know
A
that.
dozen is a lot. So.
Hey, look here, man. 24 ain't nothing to people, man. 24 men.
No,
Huh?
that's a lot.
24 men.
No.
In 40 years.
No.
24 men.
No.
24 men.
No.
24 men.
No.
That's not a lie.
That is too much.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Well,
That sound like a
that sound like
car to me.
that sound like a goddamn college year, a sophomore year in
for
college.
you. Maybe for you, sir.
That sound like a sophomore
Much in a
year
whole lifetime.
That's college years.
I'm telling you, that sound like a sophomore year in college for some of these girls out here.
And they saying we had fun.
We had fun.
them.
Mama paid for a good education and some good everything else too.
You paid for
found out.
education inside the room and out.
And that's right. And that is it for us, y'all. We will continue this conversation next week. We'll have y'all a wonderful weekend.
Yes,
and
happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the
Happy
fathers out
Juneteenth,
there.
everybody. We'll see
Appreciate
you
that.
Tuesday.
Y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all. Have y'all a good weekend. Peace. We out.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
I sip the Don P, watching Gandhi till I'm charged and writing in my book of rhymes. All the words past the margin. The whole of mic I'm throbbing. Mechanical movement, understandable smoothness that murderers move with. The thief's theme. Play me at night, they won't act. With pens friends I'm embracing. Wipe the sweat off my dome, spit the phlegm on the streets. Suede Timbs on my beats makes my cipher complete. Weather cruising in a 6 cab, I'm on Montero Jeep, I can't call it. The beats make me falling asleep, I keep falling, but never falling 6 feet deep. I'm out for presidents to represent me.
Say what?
I'm out for presidents to represent me.
Say what?
I'm out for dead presidents to represent me.
Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine.
To my man Ill Will, God bless your life. To my peoples throughout Queens, God bless your life. I trick Reeboks and crazy niggas, aiming guns and all my baby pictures. Beef with housing police, release scriptures that's maybe Hitler's. Yet I'm the mal money, getting style, rolling foul. The versatile honey, sticking wild, golden child, dwelling in the rotten apple. You get tackled, caught by the devil's lasso. There's a hassle. There's no days for broke days. We sellin' smoke pays while all the old folks pray to Jesus, soaking their sins in trays. A holy water against nods and slaughter. Finger the word best describing my life. To name my daughter my strength. My son the star will be my resurrection. Born in correction, all the wrong I did, he'll lead in right direction. How you living large or broke or charge cards are mediocre. You flipping coca, playing spit spades and strip poker.
It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
Yo, the world is yours.